to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kent State Golden Flashes offense will have the opening possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Gonna run it. It's Stokes. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. And the Golden Flashes send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Porter. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Runs from the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, You let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door first.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
The short hands, it's Banks. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Oh, they're after him. Fires left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch on the left. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field. And look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the block.
Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Turns it loose deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. Finds a little space. Bust through behind his pad. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He's looking to throw. Under fire. And goes upstairs.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Golden Flashes will punt it away on 4th down. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. The Golden Flashes will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Runs through a tackle. And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touch pass on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Golden Flashes decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. Running into the open space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
With the catch, it's Tate. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Rush is on him. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. The throw. He's got him. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done. First play of the drive, it's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man, it's Lagway. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, there the free safety shows you his coverage ability in man-to-man. He was locked in with his guy, and he was able to knock that ball away.
Pulls it in, it's Porter. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Oh, he's got a chance. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Buys a little time. They get to him as he throws. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At midfield, he's got room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Pucks it out of the air. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davenport. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They'll run it on the counter. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing.
Turning it on! All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And some room to work. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Szn. He'll take a shot. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking. And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They'll leave it with him. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The golden flashes are moving quickly down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. There he goes. the defense. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Now he's going to break the pocket. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over Tulane. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it from the gun. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. They want that clock to run. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Makes the grab. It's Graham. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. I have to put that first down behind them. It's 2nd and goal from the 11. Beck's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. On the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the Golden Flashes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Perry. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.